I am sad that I took this screenshot back in September off a YouTube short, but I don't remember what that short was, so now I can't find it. But at least the comments were gold, and we're gonna go over it. But before, I want to present this from a fake royal perspective. So anyways, you guys, as I was saying, I had some YouTube shorts come up on my timeline. They were fun because sometimes it just presents things about them that I'm hoping are presented as absolute fact, because I definitely don't have the time to take the time to verify if the information put on shorts is accurate or not. I love the comment section. The comment section is what helps this platform be what it is. And I couldn't help but notice that for this particular short, people were taking issue with the fact that Kate Middleton to this day is still referred to as Kate Middleton by some people. And I'm not sure if I ever did a topic on that. I feel like I did, but I remember that I did make a video about, is it important for you to be addressed by your proper name? And I sincerely don't even remember what I said at the time, but it had to do with how people get my name wrong all the time. And I said, yeah, to a certain extent, it does matter for you to get your name correctly, because if you call me Anna and that's not my name, and you keep shouting at me, hey, Anna, 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 I'm not going to turn around and give my attention. And even if you use my real name, I'm probably still not going to turn around and give you my attention if I don't recognize your voice. So bear that in mind. When it comes to the British royal family, I think that those people are so beloved internationally, and I don't understand why. I think, at least as an American, that our culture is one that celebrates people who have position, wealth, power, celebrity status of any sort. It's like, oh my God, we dropped dead for these people. I guess as someone who doesn't look at people that way, and my personal limited encounters that I have had with celebrities, for starters, I didn't even recognize this celebrity until someone told me, hey, did you know that you just had so-and-so go through your line? And I'm like, I didn't notice that at all. And I have seen those movies, and then they came back, and that's when it finally dawned on me. It wasn't like I was all of a sudden talking to this person going like, your role, your name from the role, blah, 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 and treating them like I'm their best friends. I don't care. I get nothing out of you being a celebrity. And even if I was getting something out of you being a celebrity, I'm going to treat you the way that I hope I'm treated if I were a celebrity, which is I'm just fucking normal like you. I still gotta go take a dump. I still gotta eat. I still gotta sleep. I still gotta take care of myself. So why is it that when it comes to someone with a celebrity status, we just have to change who and what we are and present a better version of ourselves to impress them or some shit? Like, no, 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 no. In this YouTube short, which unfortunately I didn't save the name of the short so that you guys could indulge on this comment section, somebody lost their mind saying, stop referring to her maiden name. She has been married for 12 years. And in other occasions, on Twitter especially, I have seen something like, when are people going to address Catherine by her whole name and her actual title? And I'm like, the fact that she married herself into the royal family, I know that she's like a distant relative to the family, whatever, but it's just a name. People are out here dying, okay? Not all of us follow your culture. Not all of us are going to respect those traditions. Y'all don't even respect me, nor my accent, nor my skin tone, nor my name. So why would I need to be the one initiating that when they are supposed to be the servants? They claim to be servant, like the queen when she said that her life was going to be devoted to the service of her people. What does it mean for her to actually be servicial to her people? Because I know a lot of English people are suffering. I know a lot of British people are suffering. And don't even get me started if you happen to be someone disabled living out there. Are you serving people who are of your similar class? Are you serving people who are privileged? Are you serving the people who serve you, like in the armed forces? Are you serving people who are regular, basic people? Are you serving people who are foreigners because you want to give a image and impression that you have good relations with other people? I don't know about you, but if you were treating your people nicely, especially people who are from external territories, they wouldn't try to fight for independence from you. But I'm just saying, like, if we start discussing this from a political perspective, this is a lose situation. But anyway, in the comments, someone was like, Waity Katie Poo, because I remember something about how William kept her waiting to marry her or some shit. You never hear her complaining about it, so why are you? Everybody knows she's married to racist Prince William. Where did you get that? None of the royal family are racist. Many of the Commonwealth countries have black people. Yeah, if I have a black friend, I cannot be racist, right? He is racist. He hardly hires black servants and treats white servants better than the black ones. And then someone else replied with, so what? Maybe darker hued Brits don't want to work in any royal household. Shit, I know I wouldn't want to be in that situation because it doesn't help that I'm mixed. But on top of that, the way that our society is, it wasn't founded on love for one another, okay? There was a lot of forced submissions going on. Do you know the history of Australian treatment of Aboriginals or Canada's treatment of the indigenous population? Caribbean islands have black people. Racism from whites remain rampant. Try not to judge other people so you won't be judged. If you don't like the royal family, keep it to yourself. No, the royal family are public. They may be a private entity, I guess, like they own so much land that's their private homes and stuff that the public will never dream of accessing, whatever. But once you have a celebrity status, you gotta accept that you become public. And yes, we do have a right to come out here and criticize them, even if they stay quiet, even if they have to follow their royal protocol that deprives them of saying whatever it is that they have to say. They had influence. They have influence. Anything that has influence over me or over those around me and it affects me in any way, I am going to say something about that. They may not influence me directly, but they influence people who I know. And because those people who I know affect me, then at some point I will create an opinion. That's what this is about, the way I look at it. Some interesting spelling and grammar techniques you have there. I love it when someone roasts someone over their grammar. If you saw me hesitating for a second, it's because some people's grammar is really that atrocious and I kind of have to slow down to edit in my brain the correct form of what they were trying to say, and it just takes me a minute. She actually chose to keep her last name when she married. There is nothing wrong with my spelling and grammar. Stop lying and stop talking about how you are into small children. That's stupid. I seen your team, Megan. Charles is anything but racist and you know it. Even Meghan and Harry said it's not him. Give me a break. See what I mean? The comment section, unfortunately, it starts with something and then someone will point something off topic and then another person will bring something completely out their ass. It's like when I look at the comment section, I just see a bunch of children fighting. But honestly, any video about the royal fam that I may have looked at and I notice the comments, people go ape shit again at anybody who is addressed by their improper titles. Me, as an average ass person, you know that I did not grow up with a title of any sort. I'm not a Mrs. I'm not married, and even if I were, I wouldn't care. My first name is fine. I don't need to be addressed by my last name. I think that is weird. Like, I'm not even marching along with my family to be able to even claim my family's name that much, if I'm being honest. I just really think that if you know me, like actually get to know me, in person and we have something going on, at some point you will know what my nickname is and what my preferred name is. Or I may give myself a nickname in your presence, and that is me inviting you to use that nickname on me because I'm establishing it for myself. Say at work, people are beginning to call me Zam, but if there is something kind of serious going on, like a more formal kind of, say my supervisors are giving me formal instructions or something, they will go by my real name, even though on my name tag I use Zam as well. But they understand it's because we actually spend enough time actually getting acquainted with one another to where you would know what my preferences are. But someone like Kate Middleton, a public figure, we met you as Kate Middleton. You have to accept that you're probably gonna die as Kate Middleton on some of our eyes. Like me, as an American, she's out there in the UK. She does not know I exist. I'm never gonna be friends with her. So why would I make a big deal out of the name that she was literally born with? That is still a part of you. I don't care how royal you become. That does not all of a sudden snap out of existence what your beginnings were. If I were to get married, and let's say that I get married to someone by the last name of Smith, I am still going to recognize myself and behave myself as a person with my original last name. I'm still going to respond to you addressing me with my maiden name. I'm still going to retain that last name actually. Legally, I don't think it's a requirement that you have to change your last name. I have always said it. If I'm married, I'm either going to hyphenate my name, but keep my regular last name and then hyphenate my new last name, or my new last name is going to stay in the shadows and my name is going to stay the way that it is. Someone like her, like Kate Middleton, in her position, I just do not feel right calling her. Is she still Duchess of Cambridge? Or is she now Duchess of Cambridge, Princess of Wales? Can she be Princess of Wales and the Duchess of Cambridge at the same time? Or are they not using Princess of Wales out of respect for Diana? Because I know that the Rottweiler didn't get it, right? Did you guys know that that's what the internet calls Camilla? They call her the Rottweiler. Don't be offended. Legitimately, the problem with me using the person's wrong name is that at some point I forget what their real name is and then I address them as their nickname with their nickname. And that's kind of what happens to me with Kate Middleton. I forget that she's supposed to be Catherine. Is she originally Catherine Middleton, or was she actually Kate Middleton? But she formalized her name to follow some kind of royal protocol, because royals tend to have like a protocol thing going on where you have to have like a name of a family member, from what I understand. Like, say, Prince Charles, I know he has like a Arthur, George. Does he have Louis too? Because I know William has Louis, George, Charlotte. Fuck me, I can't keep up. Meghan's kids, they have Lilibet. Something about that being Queen Elizabeth's nickname, because when she was a kid, she couldn't even say her own fucking name. Archie. I'm not sure where Archie came from, but his name is also Harrison. What? What? So for me personally, in conclusion, I love that the comments tend to lose their mind on this matter pretty often. Ultimately, that's always going to be my opinion when it comes to names. If you know me in person and you mean something to me and we have something real going on, you will treat me with respect inherently. I don't have to tell you what name you have to use. I don't have to tell you what my nickname is. I don't have to tell you what I prefer to be called. I'm not going to have to correct you, because you're going to be a decent human who is going to respect my names and keep it at that. You don't have to be all dramatic and shit. Now, the rest, the public, you have to learn to let go. You have to learn to ignore. Because if you obsess over what every single soul out there is saying about you, it's going to consume your entire life. And next thing you know, you barely have a life left to live. So, for me personally, if for whatever reason I found myself caught in some kind of royal protocol situation, I'm going to be like, I grew up as them. I'm gonna die as them. I'm not going to all of a sudden disparage my roots, my origins, my real person just because the social setting I find myself in dictates it. No, if my presence is truly valued, not that I'm making this about me, but in this instance, if I'm being invited to this event and you're not gonna take me as I am going to shine with my absence because I don't need to be going to places acting like something that I'm not just so that I can fit in. No, either you fit in to having people like me in your events or don't invite me at all. And thankfully, there's never going to be a circumstance in this life in which that's going to happen to me because they're not part of my social class and I am not trying in any way to find my way into such a place. And besides, I don't belong there. Like, look at me, listen to me, consider me. It's not my place. I can take inspiration from some elements of their fashion though. But yeah, the way I see it is those sovereigns, they have a lot of healing to do. And they need to allow their subjects to do their own healing too. So just let them go. That name doesn't matter. Continue to go by the name that you were born with until you die. Just take it. It's your heritage. It's what your parents gave you. Just keep it. Whether you hate it or not, just keep it. Me personally, I'm not extremely proud of my dad's side of the family, for instance, but I'm not out here fighting, spending my money to like erase from documentation my origin. That's stupid.